is just fantastic. Hello everyone, welcome back to a Megon 2 Electric Boogaloo. Today we are going to be taking a look at two YouTube channels that do very similar styles of content, both of whom have suffered negative consequences. And when it comes to this particular genre of YouTube, they have of late been hit a considerable amount. I would argue unjustly so. So for this we insert Mr. Creeps, a channel with 799,000 subscribers, and Being Scared, which has 356,000 subscribers. Can I have those subs? Just both of them, please? Thank you. Both channels do scary story narrations. Both channels do all their own work, all their original sounds, and if they use anything else, they link directly back to the original source, as any good creator does. Both of them have fantastic audio presentation, and I highly recommend you go listen to them if you haven't already. Yes, I know, tiny channel gives big channel boost, wow, they're gonna blow up. By all means, sarcasm here somewhere, I don't know. In the case of Mr. Creeps, we go to Twitter, and we have a thread that extends from June the 2nd to June the 3rd. At Team YouTube, I've had my channel receive 2 community guideline strikes in the past 24 hours. I've been blocked from posting content because of a bot reporting error on YouTube's end. They have flagged 2 of my videos for posting links to the author's page on Reddit and are stating that I violated the nudity and sexual content policy. Both of the flagged links contain nothing even remotely pertaining to the policy, but they have been flagged nonetheless. This same issue has happened over a dozen times already. In the past, it has been resolved without locking my channel, but this time YouTube is really digging their heels in. At Team YouTube, can this please be corrected again, and can you stop it from happening in the future? It's been frustrating having to deal with the same issue over and over again. I once got a community guideline warning after I posted in the description to one of my videos an archive link that went to an insider article. They claimed it was nudity. There weren't any pictures on it. There was no graphic language. There was in fact nothing sexual at all. I appealed it and summarily failed. YouTube are quite embarrassing with that. So I had to start posting links as a pinned comment in response to protect my channel, because I then realized, even though I was at the time very close to 100k and now I'm over on my main channel of course, not remotely safe. Which at this point is hardly a surprise. As many others would agree, being a YouTuber feels like a cursed gift, which comes from Dane Petrali of Being Scared, which we'll get to in a moment. To continue with Mr. Creeps though, I myself did retweet one of these tweets at Team YouTube. Many people did. Underneath, an actual follow-up to this would be helpful at Team YouTube, at Team YouTube, at Team YouTube. And at Team YouTube is literally ghosting the entire issue and not responding. June the 3rd. Update. Channel is still locked. YouTube said they are still reviewing the strikes. At Team YouTube, I also don't understand how an issue like this takes 3 days and counting to review and resolve. If you take the time to look at the links that were flagged, this could be resolved extremely quickly. It's so frustrating because I feel like nothing is being done. Update 2. Channel is still locked. I did hear back from YouTube support saying they have resolved the issue, but those strikes still remain. I'm not sure what to do now, but I'll keep reaching out until this is corrected. Update 3. Channel is still locked. I've been told things are still in review. I would have imagined they could have resolved this by now, but obviously that is not the case. It'd be nice if YouTube was liable for loss of revenue and hurting channel performance at Team YouTube. I also have multiple sponsorship obligations that I can't fulfill with my channel being locked. Some level of urgency would be nice instead of this stock responses. Please get this corrected ASAP at Team YouTube. And finally, on June the 4th, strikes have finally been removed thanks for everyone that helped get YouTube's attention on this. YouTube's lip service when it comes to assisting is bollocks at this point. YouTube's ability to help the creator is bollocks at this point. And you have managed to demonstrate this over 2 days perfectly, or in the case of what you've gone through, close to 4 days. So to move on from that happy ending, we're now going to go to Dane Petrali of the Being Scared YouTube channel. And again, we go to Twitter. Hello at Team YouTube. My channel was demonetized today. This is definitely a mistake. I produce all of my own content. I do not reuse content and strictly abide by all of your policies. Respectfully, I am asking for you to review my channel again and fix this error. Spam and deceptive practices usually get people removed from the monetization process, and I know insert obligatory, but how is it Foodie Beauty is still monetized? No one knows is the answer. Many people, in support of Dane, have added Team YouTube. Team YouTube themselves did reply. If you think it's a mistake and have the option to appeal in studio, you can submit one for us to take a look at your channel, adding a link and continuing. Also, it's best to check out this resource to know more about our monetization policies, with Dane simply replying, done. At time of recording, so Sunday the 5th of June, there is no update concerning this particular incident. But Dane Petrali has been remarkably active on Twitter, going so far as to retweet a vast number of people that have added Team YouTube in support for them being hit by YouTube's nonsensical interpretation of their own rules. It's those same nebulous rules that means that half the time when videos should be monetized, they don't get monetized. I think it depends on which computer saw it. Anything before Windows 95, chances are they'll just approve it arbitrarily, and yes, I am mocking the operating system here. In the case of Mr. Creeps, I'm glad that a happy ending has been found. In the case of Being Scared, I am disappointed but unsurprised by YouTube's slow, dawdling, dithering, delaying response. Because they say it could take up to a month, possibly 2, depending on the situation concerning your account and YouTube itself. Monetization binds a lot of us if it is our job. Yes, we have Patreon and of course obligatory, give me your money, because I can't be bothered to promote myself properly. But in reality, monetization is where a lot of us make the bulk of our income, and to lose it is bad, because we don't get the payment we are owed. It all gets frozen until we're able to get it back. Additionally, if you're not in the YouTube Partner Program, your videos do not get promoted. There might be ads on them, but you're not making money from that. And considering the long-form content Dane Petrali makes, and the kind of content that Mr. Creeps makes, for all that effort, all that time spent, you want to be sure that you are being rewarded for the effort you put in, and rightfully so. So I do hope in the case of Being Scared, they get their monetization back. It is the right thing to do. Hello everyone, Future Meg here. Just a quick update. Dan Petrali at Team YouTube, can you please look into this again? I meticulously create all my videos from scratch and never reuse content from others. Team YouTube. Hey Dane, looking into this right now and will update you soon. Dane, thank you. Finishing with, I am remonetized. A happy ending had by both, and bloody well deserved.